What's going on, everybody? It's your boy ATF Cobra. I'm gonna try not to talk too fast for you guys, but here I got some rush mode tips for you guys. Even though we lost, we did hold our own. We did hold out the enemy team as much as possible. So yeah, when you're playing offense and when you're playing with a squad in your whole squad, make sure that at least one person in that squad has a radio beacon, so everybody can spawn near the MCOM. I know this is kind of like, everybody should know this kind of tip, but I don't see too many people doing it, actually. And I see a lot of people with the recon kit, they're sniping, they're using their sniper rifle. When you can, there are guns. If you're at a high enough level, you can pick the UMP, the PDW. You can use any different gun you want if you don't want to snipe, or if you don't want to hold a sniper rifle and camp, as they say. It's not really camping, but that's what some people do. And have somebody at least around the MCOM that's still alive. Even if you do have somebody with the recon radio beacon, you need somebody alive at all times that could you could spawn on, because either than that you're gonna spawn on your development, which is way too far away from the MCOM. And another tip for you guys is to use the M320 smoke. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be running the assault, so try to use that. And try to use that to actually give your teammates some cover. There's a lot of MCOM spots that are kind of in the open, and even the ones that are closed out in the buildings and stuff like that. If you throw a smoke in there, they're not gonna know you're in there. They're gonna try and rush in there to get a sight on you. They're not gonna be able to see you. All they're gonna do is throw a grenade, and if you already have it planted, they won't be able to know where you're at. If you're in a good position. And this is really helpful, especially in Operation Metro, because both bases are really out in the open, and there's not that much cover. There's some branches and trees and all that crap stuff that's back there, but that doesn't really help you out too much. So make sure you try to use that smoke near the MCOMs. And the other tips for defense, when you're trying to play defense, you don't have any tickets, so you could die as many times as you want. So rush, make pushes as much as possible. And the other thing about that is you can also try not to get killed, because if you do get killed, then you're gonna be spawning back where your development is, or you're gonna be spawning on a teammate, and hopefully the rest of your team are still alive, or your squad are still alive for you to spawn on them. So those are your tips. You don't have any lives, but still do remember that when you do spawn, or if everybody else is on your team, look for your teammates. If they're all dead, don't try to go out there and be Rambo and try to get all the kills that you can. But definitely take some cover and try to, maneuver around your enemies and try to outsmart them as much as possible, because your defense is kind of easier to play because you already know where they're going to go. You know where your enemies are going to go, so you could lie and wait there. But what you want to do is not do that, actually. You want to linger around. You want to move around, because they're not always going to come for the same MCOMs all the time. I mean, when you do move around, you make yourself available to other MCOM stations that might be being attacked, and you can help your teammates out as well. So do move around a lot, and don't try to camp, especially if you're on defense. I know it's something that's hard not to do, camp in defense, because all you got to do is sit there. But a lot of times the enemy team might be at a different MCOM station, and you're sitting there trying to defend something that you shouldn't even be defending in the first place. So yeah, that's another tip. And for the offense guys that you're dealing with a lot of people that are actually pushing you, you should be able to take them out with the vehicles that you have provided, because you get better vehicles when you're on offense, I believe, because you get the helicopter, and most of the defense, they get tanks and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know if this is correct or not, but most of the time when I do play rush and I'm playing defense, I do get a lot of tanks and stuff like that, and it makes sense, because you do want to make that you want to hold that fort. You want to hold down some of your teammates, especially when your enemy team are going to be coming in with either tanks of themselves, or T-90s, or even helicopters. And it's kind of easy to take out a helicopter and a tank. All you have to do is kind of shoot a little, so you can see where your missiles are actually hitting, and then try to predict where the helicopter is going to go, so you could actually hit them. And they're fairly easy to get, especially the helicopter pilots that like to fly really low and get down into your face and try to kill your team instead of focusing on the tanks. But yeah, here are my tips for playing rush mode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys loved it, actually, because it sure as hell helped me out when I started trying to implement the same tactics that I talk about in my videos. They really do help me out myself. And it's a lot better when you're communicating it with your teammates. If everybody's running the same class, either switch out or start telling everybody, hey, we need some medics, hey, we need some, support guys, I need some ammo, something like that, because, somebody in your squad is going to hear you, and they're going to listen to you, and they might end up switching, so, it's worth trying, or you can even switch switch yourself. But yeah, and here I try to take the last MCOM, but I get killed by a tank, and we lose, but we did hold our own, and we did pretty well in this game, so hope you guys enjoy these tips. Been your boy. Peace.